Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with jazz pianist Danny Fox on the 2023 trio album, Time Took Care of It. The trio celebrates their fourth album together. Danny is joined by bassist Chris Van Voorst Van Beest and drummer Max Goldman. The album release concert is slated for April 7, 2023 at Brooklyn's The Owl. It has been since 2018 when we initially caught up with Danny about their album at that time called The Great Nostalgist. Lots of things have transpired in our world and in their lives collectively. We get into quite a bit. Enjoy.
Well, hey, I'm looking forward to hopping in and talking about the new album. Before we get into that,
okay,
let's talk about what's been going on in the world. You know, we've been going through this pandemic for the last 3 years. We're coming out of it now. So I'm curious how you survived and ultimately how it's changed the way that you approach things now.
Obviously, it was very difficult time for everyone. And musicians who are so used to just gathering and working together constantly, it was just a new thing to not be getting to work together and having to just be on your own a lot. For me, that meant a lot of writing. I kind of didn't really know what else to do, so I just sat at the piano and wrote. A lot of people were finding ways to collaborate with others and through Zoom and other things, and I didn't really do any of that. I pretty much just worked on my stuff, and our trio didn't get to play for, I don't know, a year and a half, something like that, maybe. But it also, when we did get to play, I think many musicians have felt this. You really feel grateful for that time that you have, and I know for me, I've also just valued it and tried to maximize every minute. So also, our drummer lives in Rhode Island when we're in New York, and so it's already precious the time that we get together as a group. With the pandemic and everything, it was hard to feel any momentum. So now I just appreciate it more, I think.
So Time Took Care of It is the brand new album. It has to feel good, I would imagine, at this point with live shows and the world waking up. So with that as the context, tell me how it feels overall and what artistically went in to create this project.
Well, we've been working constantly since we started. We started 15 years ago, and we pretty much have always been working on new music, and then such that we have a backlog. So by the time we were ready to record this, we had something like 16 or 17 songs. Yeah, and we were supposed to record actually May 2020, so obviously we had to postpone that. And we were able to do it last June. We went and recorded it in outside of Providence, Rhode Island, where Max lives. Yeah, we didn't have with all this, we just have a body of work that we keep plugging away at, and it just sort of over the years it keeps morphing, depending on what we're getting into, what we're each listening to, and how we're improving individually and as a group. And yeah, I think it resulted in this project and being our best one yet. We think it's our fourth album, and the name of it is it's not really it's something that Max's dad used to say. The name Time Took Care of It is about. He would say it as something like if he didn't want to go to a social obligation like a party, they would ask him how it went the next day. He would say, "Time took care of it," meaning it's done now. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I always liked that, and and decided to call the album that also because we have benefited from a 15 years worth of being a group, and over that time there's just a lot of development that happens, and it felt like the right thing to call this album because we feel we've grown quite a bit in that time, and I think you can hear it on this album especially.
So what about live shows? That's the other component of this. What's the plan as the warm months are coming up, the year's expanding out? What are your plans to promote not only this album, but to get out and play live shows?
Yeah, that's exciting. We actually have I think 7 or 8 shows on the horizon. We're playing 2 shows in New York. We're doing the album release show at a place in Brooklyn called The Owl. And then we're doing a New England tour for second half of April. We're going to go to some spots. Our bass player is from Maine, and Chris is from Maine, and Max is living in Rhode Island. And we've played there. That was actually the first place we went back in 2010 or 2011. So we're going to go play some shows in Maine and Boston, Providence, and New Hampshire. Yeah, and hopefully do some other. Would love to come to Kansas City. I've never brought the trio there. I played at the jazz club. There was a Jardines.
Oh yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah. What's the spot now to play?
Oh, man, things keep opening up. We got the Green Lady Lounge. Of course, we always have the Blue Room. A couple new clubs opened up. The Uptown Lounge opened up recently. Another one in a suburb, the home of Pat Metheny and Lee Summit, called Libations, opened up. So, yeah, things are popping here in Kansas City.
Nice. Yeah, I'm working on trying to. I would love to expand the reach of this group and have us play new places and get to share the music with more people. That's the goal. So hopefully we'll do some other tours. I'm working on that now.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I interviewed a lot of musicians over the pandemic, and it was just hard to hear how everything dried up. But now, on the other side of this, it's so good to hear new material, things that have been worked on right around the pandemic time that are coming out, and live shows are happening. So for anybody out there that wants to pick up this album, that wants to see you live, know anything about the group and anything revolving around your world, where do they go?
They can go to my website, which I'm in the process of updating, but that's DannyFoxMusic.com. But the album will be available on all the usual suspects, and it's actually coming out on Bandcamp Friday, which is April 7th, and we're putting it out on a label called Ad Europa. It's spelled ADHYAROPA Records. But you can find that on my Bandcamp page, Danny Fox Trio Bandcamp page. That's probably the best way to get it. Best way for us. But maybe, any way that people wanted to find it and listen to it, I would be thrilled with.
Wonderful, Danny, man, it's great to catch up with you. I appreciate you taking time out. Good luck with the album, and as the world opens up again, it's so great to hear you cats are back at it.
All right, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest cats in New York City, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. Thanks to Danny for his time, music, and story. If you want to hear more Neon Jazz archived interviews, you can find them on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us at YouTube, and for everything Neon Jazz, go to theneonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.